If you've been watching the Madden Bowl over the last week, you definitely have noticed some new offensive plays taking over the meta in Madden 24.
He's got flowers and flowers. Stop and go. Excuse me.
Today's video is going to break down those plays in crazy detail to help you move the ball down the field. Now, the cool thing about this is you could run this out of the Gun Bunch Str Offset in the New York Jets, or you guys can run this out of the Gun Bunch Str Nasty, which is found in the Eagles or Colts. So you can do either of those with this. Let's get into our first setup here today. And that play is going to be Dagger. Dagger is such a good play because it handles the meta against the Gun Bunch Str, which is typically going to be some sort of Mabel defense, by being able to attack the solo receiver side. So most players are actually going to run this with their bunch to the wide side of the field pre-snap, and they're going to flood the short side with a bunch of flow going over to that short side of the field. The only adjustment on this play that you're going to need is to put the point man on a crosser. So use a hot route master quarterback, use a slot apprentice in this spot, and this is going to get the job done. Now, again, the thing about this is that very few players are going to want to Mabel or play those zone drops with a deep blue on the short side of the field. If you think about it, you don't really want 4 zone defenders for a formation that only has 1 player to that side. Ideally, the way most players want to play is they want to play Mabel to the wide side of the field because you have 4 receivers on that side. So you're going to want 4 or 5 zones over there. That's why this play is so valuable. So the value in this play is that you're going to be able to play a high-low game with the streak down the left sideline, the deep crosser, which is going to get over the top of 30-yard blues. Most times you're not even going to face 30-yard blues on this particular side of the field. And you got this high-low in the middle of the field with the drag as well as Kelsey on this little follow in route. Really, really good play. Very hard to defend. This is basically the play that is becoming wildfire in our community. What you'll notice a lot of players doing right now is they're throwing the ball specifically so it lands on the hash marks. We talked about this last week in our deep out KO video, where if you could get your freeform to kind of land on the hash marks, you will actually be able to get these conservative catches on the sideline. Now, right there, I'm about a step away, but with a little bit of a freeform, you'll be able to get these catches. And as we've seen all year long, the KO abilities do not cause knockouts if your receiver is conservative catching on those little hash marks. So practice your freeforming to put it in a spot kind of about right there, where if you can get that conservative catch, even if they are hit from behind, they'll always hold on to it. It'll say it's completed. As you will typically notice, most players are going to probably drop a zone drop into this area. So they're going to play a 30-yard cloud flat here on this side. And that's going to help kind of take away the deep crosser. But the truth is, you honestly could kind of squeeze this deep crosser over the top of that cloud flat as well. You see here, I can kind of put that ball on the sideline, and right there, I'm able to make that throw over the top of the 30-yard setting. And again, if most players are going to have to kind of play a press alignment here, if they're putting their outside corners in zone drop blues, the thing you're going to notice right away is that the streak is going to run right by them off the line. So you're going to see a lot of players are going to be able to freeform this into the sideline window and take the cover 2 one-play touchdown in what is called the cover 2 window. So again, they're not going to really play a zone dropped outside player. And if they do, it's going to kind of tell you right away the Mabel is on that side, that short side of the field. But nonetheless, they are going to try to defend that sideline, you know, with maybe somebody manned up on the crosser. Maybe they're going to, you know, tell Alexander to drop all the way back there. This is where this drag follow combo in the middle of the field comes into play. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below. If you guys have a question about Madden, anything is on the table. You guys can ask whatever you want. I will help you guys out. AP setups, run defense, RPO defense. How do you guard this particular route? How do you guard this formation? I'll be taking time to go through the comments after this video goes live. So if you guys are right here, right now, watching it, as soon as it went live, drop a comment below. Whatever you're struggling with, I'm here to help you. But as I mentioned, this little follow combo, this drag with this Kelsey route in behind is so tough, because what a lot of players will do is they'll send this running back out to the flat to pull your purple zones. And if the user on the defense over guards the drag kind of underneath here, now this Kelsey route follows in behind, and it's very tough. Of course, as you know, one juke can make multiple players miss, and they're going to be off to the races. So this is going to be a play that's going to give trouble to really any zone coverage in the game. Could be cover 3, cover 4, Mabel coverages. It's just very, very good. And a lot of players are starting to run this and spam it quite often. Again, you can find this in the Bunch Str Offset or the Bunch X Nasty halfback strong. Let's say that you're facing a player that puts a deep zone KO on the sideline. We've said that cover 3, cover 4 are typically going to be your best coverages to get those responses out of those players. So I've got Ronnie Lott here on the sideline with a KO ability. You know, if I wanted to run that deep crosser combo over the middle of the field, we'll just kind of mimic this here with a drag and a crosser, just focusing primarily on that here real quick. We'll throw this. You're going to see that Lott can kind of turn around and get to this spot. But again, the thing about this is a lot of times you can get that conservative catch animation on the sideline and it'll, you know, prevent them from getting to it. Sometimes they will knock it out. But when you guys do face press cover 3 or cover 4, this is where the play Y Trail is becoming very, very meta. And the thing about Y Trail is you really are just looking for those pressed outside corners, because it's more than likely going to be a cover 3 shell. And what most players are doing here is they're calling Y Trail. They're just putting basically a drag and then some sort of flat, or they will use a pitch route. If they're worried about the blitz, obviously the running back can stay in the block. If they're not, you can actually run a flat and a ghost route to this side. But essentially with this, you're keeping everything low by not attacking the right sideline, and the outside corner on the right is going to stay low. And basically what ends up happening is you're going to see that they hang out low. You're just going to freeform this up and right, and you're going to make a conservative catch. And you're going to see right here that even if you get that conservative catch on those tick marks on the sideline, it's going to give you the completion. Again, this is pretty crazy to think about, but this route getting over the top of this outside third on the far side of the field, simply put, if you could press the A or the X icon to conservative catch on PlayStation, and you're within about a half step of these hash marks on the sideline, even if they have the KO ability, they will give you credit for the catch. I know it's messed up, but this is the way players are playing the game right now.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So again, what you're basically going to do is just look for pressed or off alignment. If it's off alignment, they're mabling you. If it's pressed alignment, chances are it's a deep zone with a KO on the sideline. And then you're just going to basically call Y Trail. Don't have anybody attack vertically off the line. But like I said, you're basically just going to be looking for press coverage. Now, again, with this, the cool part of this is that you can kind of, with this play, give yourself check down options. A lot of times the user in the middle of the field is going to have to kind of guard that trail route. And a lot of times with this, as I mentioned, you could go with the ghost and the flat. If they do that, you can throw this ball to the inside, and now you're picking up 20 yards after the catch, maybe more with the juke. This can really space the field underneath well. It's also a great blitz beater. But that's the thing about this play, is that it's not just a bomb, it's actually a great horizontal stretch, because if your opponent is blitzing you through the A gap at $1, you're going to be in a spot where basically you can kind of read the drag and then the trail route. If they hang over the middle, you're just going to throw the return route to the tight end and scamper up the field. If they end up guarding that well, like I said, you could throw the Pacheco route back in behind the trail route. So again, they can't be in 3 places underneath at once while applying pressure. So that's why you see a lot of these pro players in the MCS kind of running these plays to pick up major yardage here. Now, if these pro techniques are something that intrigue you, I would strongly urge you guys to go over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron is keeping you on top of the competitive meta all year long with our vault, which is basically an ever updated archive of the best tips or the most effective tactics available in Madden. And if that's not enough for you, I've also got full offensive and defensive game plans to help you guys install what you guys need to know to move the ball effectively or get those stops and kind of pique your interest in competitive style Madden. We also have a Discord where we have lab sessions every single Wednesday. So make sure you guys check that out as well. It's just something that's out there if you guys want to go and check out that site. I've got so much more over there than what I teach here on the YouTube channel, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed if you head over to Gridiron. So much to unwrap over there. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. The Bunch Strong meta definitely coming on. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab in. Good luck.